Hello, Malcolm here, and welcome to the Sunday Sample for Corporate Worship Matters. And today I want to share with you something we tried last Sunday in the Thames Valley Churches of Christ. I've done this before. I might have recorded about it before, but I can't remember, and if I did, it was ages ago. So here's a fresh take on it if I did. But what we did this last Sunday is something a bit different with communion. So while the bread and wine were being passed around, instead of somebody standing up to lead a song, Rudy played the chords for When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, and I started the song, but not from up front, but from the front row. I told the congregation beforehand I was going to do this because it was different and I didn't want it to be confusing. So I mentioned what I was going to do before the communion actually started. But I just sat on the front row and started. When I survey, nice and slowly, Rudy played the chords and the congregation joined in. Once it got going, I didn't need to lead it because it's a well-known song. I don't think you can do this with a song that's unfamiliar to the congregation, but with a song that's familiar, the normal pacing of the song, the way the song shape is, the tune and words are very familiar. And my idea was, rather than having somebody stand up or a group of people stand up, this might be a way to help people reflect on the words of the song more by having nobody visible there. So we had the words on the screens and we had Rudy playing the guitar. He sat down to play as well. He wasn't visible and I wasn't visible starting the song. And it created what I felt was a lovely atmosphere, an atmosphere of reflection on the meaning of the communion that had just been shared and on the words on the screen there of that wonderful hymn, When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. We used to do this decades ago when I was much younger. We did this occasionally in other contexts, and it's occurred to me that with a congregation that know you and you know them and they know a particular hymn well, this can work well, I think. Maybe not so well for the upbeat songs, but for a reflective song. How about trying that? How about trying even in your next worship service, when you get together, and trying something like this, having nobody visual, somebody starting it, but the congregation singing it. It somehow feels like the congregation are really singing it together as a body rather than just responding to somebody up front. Nothing wrong with that being up front, but maybe occasionally it's good to change it so that we feel like we are singing together as we reflect on the words of a particular song. So have you tried that? Have you tried that? Have you tried something like it? I'd love to know your experience. What songs work well for it? What songs don't work so well? What contexts might work better than others? Wonder what you think. So please leave a comment anywhere you hear or see this recording and leave it publicly so that we can learn from each other, because we learn best when we're learning in a community. If you know anybody who might benefit from this recording, please pass it on. Hit that notification button, subscribe button, leave a review in wherever you get your podcasts from if you could. That would be very, very helpful. And until the next time, I do hope the next time you gather with all of your friends to worship our great God, it will be a tremendous experience of God together for everyone's edification. Until the next time, take care and God bless.